Today we are going to learn how to install Hadoop on Ubuntu. First of all, we need to download the Hadoop software from the Hadoop website and the Java version. Right now I'm installing Java 8.2. I have already downloaded both the softwares to save the time, and these are the both are the tar files. So I'm just going to create the directories under user local folder. Okay, let's go ahead with just Java as of now. I just type in the your Linux password. My current user is Linux, and let's go to first copy the JDK tar file at the user local folder, and at that place we will untar the tar file. Let's go to user local, and here if you can see I already copied the file. Now just run the command to untar it. Sudo tar xvzf, name of the tar file. Just press enter. Yeah, it is untarring it. It just take few seconds to untar it. As you can see, it has untarred it. JDK 1.8.0 underscore 20. Now I'm just going to remove the Java and just rename the JDK 1 to as Java. Oh, I just need to give RMDIR because it's a directory. Now I'm just going to move JDK 1.8, so it makes life easier. If you are setting up the path and everywhere, you don't need to put those suffix. I'm just removing the tar file because we don't need that because I already untarred it. Now let's do the same thing for Hadoop. I'm going back to the download folder. There I have. So for this, let me just untar the Hadoop file here itself. Sudo tar zxvf, name of the tar file. Oh, I need to give the Hadoop tar file name, and just press enter. It will take few seconds to untar the Hadoop file. Yeah, it's already done. And let's move this Hadoop file under user local at the same place where we have installed Java. Let's go to user local folder. Now as we can see, Java and Hadoop both are already downloaded and installed here. I'm just looking around a few folders just to see all the XML files are there. It looks good. Now the next step is to set up the path and create a new user. So I'm just going to, oh yeah, before that we need to just update the Java paths. So system knows that, Ubuntu knows that we have installed the Java. So we just need to run the sudo update alternatives install. You need to give the user being Java user local, the location where you have installed the Java. Oh, I think I made some typo here. Let me correct that. I think I'm missing T there in alternatives, so I need to type in again. Now, oh, I forgot the slash before the user. Yeah, it's done. So in the same way, we need to do it for the Java C. That's the Java compiler, and in the same way for web server WS Java WS. We need to set the path, and we need to inform the Ubuntu about the paths. So there is a one more set command with the sudo update alternative set, and here you need to mention Java, and you need to give the location where you have installed the Java. You don't need to have yeah, double quotes there, so I'm just removing those. Yeah, in the same way we need to do for the Java compiler, and same way for the Java web server. We are not going to Java web server, we are just going to Java and Java compiler for Hadoop. Now as we can see, now Java, just type in version, you can see we have installed Java 1.8, so we are good with the Java now. Now for setting up the Hadoop, first we need to install the SSH for setting up the passwordless connection, and we need to install the software. If these softwares are already installed on your Ubuntu, it will just update the required packages, or otherwise it will install if it is not already there. In my system it was already there, so it has just updated. It has said its SSH already there. Now I'm just going to create a new user as a so in that user will be giving all the accesses, and through that user, so I'm just creating a ht user to make specific. So there is a command sudo add user, you can enter the password, you can just ignore all of this stuff. Now we have created a one user under the group Hadoop. Now we'll just try to log into the newly created user. You need to just give you the password that you give. Yes, we are in now. Here we need to just create the SSH connection for the local host. So for that the command is ssh keygen -t dsa capital P single quote, and you need to give the SSH directory path. It will be in under your home directory. Oh, I think I missed something. Oh yeah, I missed -f. That's the syntax for the file name, because we are specifying the name of the file. Yeah, so now if you can see the key has been created, we need to rename that key with the authorize underscore keys. as a file name. So we are just going to cat the file and just redirect it to authorized keys under the same folder, basically .ssh underscore keys. Now just do ssh localhost. It will ask you if you want to store the fingerprints. Yes, we are successfully able to connect to localhost without the password, so we don't need to specify a password all the time. Now we need to set up the path in the dot profile. We need to set the Hadoop path as well as the Java home path and export the bin directories under which we have all the required executables. So I'm just going to use the Hadoop underscore prefix. That's fine if you want to use Hadoop underscore home or Hadoop underscore install. Everything is fine. So I'm just giving you the path of the Java. Then export the path variable. We need to add the first take the path and append the Java underscore home slash bin, then colon, then Hadoop underscore prefix slash sbin colon Hadoop underscore prefix slash bin. We just need to export those variables. Export Hadoop underscore prefix Java underscore home and export the path. Here you can just run the .profile file, so all the variables are available. Now you can, if you run the Hadoop command, you can see we are able to access Hadoop because it's able to locate the path of the Hadoop executable. The next thing is that we need to disable the IVC6 in the etc/sysctl.conf file. Now for that we need to go out of the SD user because SD user do not have the sudo access. So I'm just copy and pasting it. You can just go at the end of the file and just type in these 3 lines. So these 3 lines are net iv6.conf.all disable underscore iv6 equal to 1. 1 means we are disabling it, is basically kind of false. Now we need to set the Hadoop environment variables, and we need to modify some configuration file which are generally found under Hadoop etc/Hadoop folder, and there are a bunch of files. So we need to just go ahead and modify. In this first file, we are going to modify Hadoop underscore environment. Here we just need to specify the Java home path. So it is your slash user slash local slash Java. So that's it. Other than this, you have to make sure that iv4 is enabled here. Let me search it here. Yeah, if you can see that it is set to true, so we are good for with this file. basically this configuration file. Just move on to the next, sudo vi, and the next file is this face.site.xml. In this file, let me just open it. We need to add some properties, so for that it uses the XML format, so you need to pass in the XML format. So you need to create a property tag for specifying the property, and there are few more tags like name and value. So first tag is name, and you need to mention the replication factor. So by default the replication factors for Hadoop is 3. So here we are installing on our own laptop, so there is no need of a reflection factor of 3, so we are just going to set it as 1, but it is good to have 3. I'm just copy pasting this thing because we need to just use that and just replace it with the different property. So we are just going to use the next, that core underscore core hyphen site.xml. In this we have a property name called df fs.default. That's the name of the, or basically you can say the location. It is hdfs colon slash slash localhost, and you can give the port number. So we are going to use 9000 as a port number. The next file is the map reduce site.xml. So there is a one template is provided, we just need to make the copy of that, or you can just rename that file, that is also fine. So I'm just copying it, mapred site.xml. I'm just going to open that using the editor, and here also we need to specify the job tracker location. The property name is mapred dot job tracker, and you need to give the different port number for job tracker to run. And we are going to use yarn here, so we need to set up another property, the mapred.framework, and you need to mention as a value as a yarn. So mapred is and knows that we are going to use yarn. The next file is yarn hyphen site.xml. If you want to understand all these properties in detail, you can just visit the hadoop.apache.com, and you can get more detail on that. Basically here we are just going to set up the properties for node manager. So we are good now. We are just logging to again to HD user. Just try to go to the SSH localhost. Now we are able to run the hdfs command successfully. Let's go ahead and format the name node. We have yeah, it's asking me to reformat because I already did a setup once on this machine. Sorry. Let me start the Oh, sorry, let me just. Now we already set up the parts, we should be able to access the executable or scripts under the folders. So if I'm trying to run, I'm just trying to start all the required services which are required for Hadoop to run. But I don't see, I don't have access to start that. It looks like I missed some kind of permissions because I'm getting a permission denied error here. So do we want to give the permission, we need to go to the Linux, the sudo, because edge users do not have as the sudo permission. So I'm just going to give the ch mode. I'm just going to change the owner of the, because it's trying to create some log files and HD user do not have access. So I'm just going to change the owner of the user local slash Hadoop folder to HD user, so it will have all the necessary access. So I'm just repeating the same step, ssh localhost, and I'm going to again reformat the name node. And here you can just, now once it is done, you can see run the jps command. Jps command shows what are the services are running, and if there is any existing port are used, you need to use the command lsof. Now I don't see anything. Now I'm just going to start all the services. The command for starting the services is start -dfs.sh. Now it has started the name node, data node. Let's see, let's wait and watch. Now it's trying to start the secondary name node. Run the command jps. Now I can see secondary name node, data node, and name node is started. So we are good. Now we can start the services related with yarn. So it will start the resource manager and node manager. Now run again the jps command. Yeah, now we can see all the required services are started. So I'm just going to create few directories under on Hadoop for our testing purpose, because after this we are just going to learn few basic Hadoop commands which are mostly used. Sorry for the typo here again. The command for creating the directories for hdfs dfs make dir minus p. Oh, we need to specify the hyphen before make dir. Yeah, this time we have created the directory. Okay, so just clear the screen and we'll start running all the few basic commands of Hadoop. The first command is the Hadoop ls command. It's just like your basic Unix command. It will show you what are the files under the Hadoop. So we have already created a user, so we do not have any file as of now. So let's create one test file. We add the name will be test.txt, and type in message like hello world. So this will be one file we'll be creating and putting it under the Hadoop, under basically in HDFS file form system. Now let's create one more directory. Now this time we'll use the Hadoop fs make dir test. Now we have successfully created the file, oh sorry, directory. Now if you run the command ls again, we should be able to see the test directory. Yes, it is directory. Now let's we can see run the recursive command like ls minus r. Oh, it looks like this command is deprecated. Yeah, but there is a it's giving a new option, hyphen capital R. So now I can see there are two directories are there under user. Not basically it's recursive. Under user we have one directory hd user, and under hd user I have another next directory, that is test. And again there is a touch command in Hadoop as well to create a 0 byte file. So the command is like Hadoop fs touch z. Now we just see Hadoop fs user. We need to specify ls there. Let's type in this. Now here we can see we have created a 0 byte file using a touch command. Now let's run few more command. Now we'll run the put command that will keep the test.txt file under the test folder. So yeah, the command is like hadoop fs hyphen put test.txt. That is a local source file path, and you need to give the destination path. If you don't give it, it will just put it under the directory hd user. Now as you can see, we have keep transfer the file test.txt in the hdfs file system. Now let's see run the cat command to see the content of the file. Is that transmitted correctly? The command syntax hadoop fs hyphen cat, and yes, we can see the hello over there. Let's run the some copy command. The copy command is similar, hadoop fs hyphen cp. You need to give the source file path and the new file. So I'm just renaming or creating a copy of text.txt with the new underscore test.txt. Let's look at the file using the ls command. Now there is another command get to get the file from the hdfs file system to the local system. So you can just copy the file new test, and if you don't give the, you can give the file name of the file. If you don't give, it will get copied with the same name. Basically you are just downloading the file system, the particular file from the hdfs file system. So if you just run the ls command, you can see that, and you can also see the content. It has the same content. Let's create another test file abc, another file to Hadoop. So there is another command, instead of put you can use copy from local. Both are same. So if you want to use this or hyphen put, both, anything is fine. So I just gave the path, I didn't give the name of the file. If you look at the file in the Hadoop, so you can see that abc file is got copied. Now we can just run the move command to rename the file from abc to some other name, let's say xyz. So it's again the unix command. Hadoop fs minus mv, and you can just give the source file name and the destination file name. And there is another command, we using that we can copy the file from, or basically download the file from the hdfs file system to your local system. Yeah, now I can see the file has been renamed. So we'll run the next command to copy the file from Hadoop file system to local. So the command is like fa hadoop fs hyphen copy to local, and we can just give the name of the file. You don't need to give the destination, it will get copied with the same name. If you run the ls command again here on the local system, you can see file has been copied. And let's run there is one more command, remove command. If you wanted to remove any of the file from the sdfs file system, the command its syntax is similar as of like unique. This you have to ask hadoop fs. Oh yeah, I made a typo there. So we have removed this file successfully. Basically in hadoop, the files move to trash. You can clear the trash later on. Now just look at the hadoop system. Yeah, we have successfully deleted the file. Thanks for watching the video.